Our next topic is a tough one, but important for any woman who is physically or emotionally uncomfortable with the way she looks and is thinking about breast reduction. Dr. Robert Langdon is the medical director at the Langdon Center for Laser and Cosmetic Surgery and is here to talk about no scar procedure. Hi, doctor. Welcome back.
Hi, Teresa. Thank you.
So I guess we should talk about how does this exactly happen without a scar?
Well, no scar breast reduction is basically a form of liposuction. It turns out that most of the volume of the breast, especially in overly large breasts, is the result of fat. So up to 90% of the volume of the breast is from fat. So just as we can do liposuction in other parts of the body, we can do it in the breast area. And just like we can augment breast using fat transfer in natural breast augmentation, we can subtract fat using a liposuction technique.
Okay, let's put up some pictures. We can see the difference between the procedures.
This photo shows a patient who has had a conventional breast reduction, and there is a significant scar. It's kind of somewhat vertically oriented on the lower aspect of the breast. You can see that at the top of the photo there. And because in conventional breast reduction, there have to be rather large skin incisions, frequently skin is actually removed, and of course a lot of stitches. One of the downsides is the scarring that has to result from that procedure.
And then the next picture.
So the next picture, there's really nothing there as far as any kind of scarring. This is one of our patients who has had the no scar breast reduction technique, and you really can't see any scarring, and this is after the procedure.
Now, some of the other advantages, I'm assuming the recovery time must be quick.
Right, and the reason there's little to no scarring is that the tiny incisions we make are even smaller than usual because the instrument that we use, the cannula, is really a micro cannula. So small, no stitches are needed, and it's very hard to find where those incisions even were. And you were asking about the recovery?
Sure.
Yeah, just like in liposuction, we're using local anesthesia, and one advantage of that is the minimal bruising that occurs afterwards. Certainly the lack of having to worry about the skin healing is very helpful with recovery. So it's a much quicker recovery. A lot of people just in 2 or 3 days are back doing certainly their work activities.
Okay, and there's actually another added bonus. There's a little bit of a lift that happens.
There is a lift because of, again, in larger breasts, there's just a lot of weight from the fat. And just the unweighting effect of removing that extra fat will cause a lift. And then, as in all areas of liposuction, there's also significant shrinkage or contraction of the area that we have done, even the skin. So this contributes also to a lifting effect.
All right, and Dr. Langdon, who are the best candidates for this procedure?
The best candidates would be women who especially want to avoid the scarring that they would expect from conventional breast reduction, and who would like a quicker recovery.
Okay, now you have a seminar tonight happening in your office. What's going to happen there?
We have a seminar, as we frequently do, in our office. That would be this evening at 7 p.m. in our Guilford office. And here we discuss a lot of procedures, not just breast procedures, many laser procedures and other cosmetic surgical procedures. And it's just a way for people to get introduced to a lot of different options. We mainly show just photographs of our own patients, before and after photos. And then the photos of the procedure today, the no scar breast reduction, of course, we have those on our website of the actual patients.
And that is langdoncenter.com.
Correct.
So that's pretty easy. Let's put the information up on the screen. The Langdon Center for Laser and Cosmetic Surgery is located in Guilford. You can call 866-967-3855, or again, that website again, langdoncenter.com. Doctor, thanks for all the information.
Okay.
All right, up next, Sherry Swanson shares a recipe for puff pastry. That's when style returns. Don't go anywhere.